All right. What week is it? What day is it? Is winter over yet? I believe this is our, yeah, 5th race. Got through the Tour de Zwift. Been skiing. Skied 2 big days at Marshall with Caleb, Sunday and today. So, you know, I was just walking around and skiing for 4 hours today. We'll see how I feel. Did a workout on Saturday. Had to add a couple pounds to my Zwift weight too, so just want to get all the excuses out of the way before we start. What is this? Why do I have a thing on me? Interesting. I think I've been made the leader of the group. And looks like we're off. Is it just me and Joe Miller tonight? Well, I've never started on this new thing. Jared Lynch, I see you. Joe Beck. Companion app going. Make sure we're streaming properly. Looks like we're on. Got my correct outfit on, got my right bike today. So, today's course, you'll get the profile up in the corner. Wait, how do I point? There? Over that way? You can see we go up a hill. What this route does is goes around this loop, goes up the Mayan and Itza KLM, which is not too steep, but then it turns and it goes up the top of the grade up the switchbacks. So that's really steep. It's going to completely string this group out, and you'll be curious how this goes. I don't know how Jared Lynch does on a long, steep climb. My bike today, the Pinarello on the MB 7.8s. The not the best climbing setup, but you know, I could have done the DT Swiss wheels on this bike instead. But the curve is still kind of going this way between those two setups, so you are gaining more speed with these wheels than you are losing in climbing time. When you go to the Tron bike or the disc wheels you're higher up on the curve, you're going this way, where you're gaining more speed, but you're losing a lot more climbing. Like, you're losing more climbing in relation to speed once you get to the Tron bike. So, with this one, it's a long descent. You want to have speed on the descent. Especially now, there's like different drafting, and I think it's harder to stay on wheels on the descent. So I'm hoping that I kind of attack that descent, but it is also a long way from the bottom all the way back around here. We're finishing partway up this first climb at the first banner. So the first part of the climb is called the main climb, and the second part is called the Itza climb. So the first time we do the whole thing and more, go to the top of the epic KOM and down the backside. The second time, we finish at the first banner. So it's an interesting strategy on how to play this event. You know, do you want to try and go solo for 15K, or looks like we got a points leader there. All of us kind of ignore that. Give me a feather. Or a truck. The truck's good. This climb isn't really that steep to start out with. And the truck will be useful to hang on a wheel. If somebody attacks this climb and you hit the truck, like, it's going to help you stay with them. Versus the upper part. If somebody attacks, you're going to hope you have a feather. So yeah, it's a long way from the top of this climb to the finish. So it'll be interesting to see how it spreads out and who are in groups and who chases and what happens. You know, this is one where I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Miller is a problem for me. But, you know, I've been doing pretty good power numbers for the winter, and maybe I can just sneak away. You know, the finish to this isn't steep enough where I think pure climbing is going to make the difference. I feel like maybe you can go from a long way out, and that attack from midway up the climb will stick, but that arch is a flat sprint. So if you're in a group at the bottom, it's probably going to come down to a sprint at the top. And I kind of got lucky last week, but I don't think I can consistently beat Jared in sprints. Like, that first week, if you saw, he just did so many more watts for so much longer. Even though I was in the draft and had a power up, I was like losing time to him in the last 100 to 50 meters. I think last week was really just, I got lucky with the timing, with the power-ups, with the draft. Because Joe went, Noah went, and I wound up really like third wheel following those, and went straight from a feather to an arrow helmet, and Jared was like literally next to me at the line. It was like hundredths of a second difference. So another like, I don't know, 10 meters and he would have gone by me. Maybe less. What? So yeah, decent power, good skiing lately. It has been snowing all weekend and all week, and Sunday, Caleb and I went to Marshall and climbed up towards Blue Point. Not all the way to Blue Point, but just in the back of Marshall Canyon below it. If you get to the saddle behind Marshall, so there's like the back of Marshall, Blue Point, Woody Mountain, and you're looking down in Johnson Gulch. There's just a road that goes around the back of the canyon, and so you just hop on that road, follow it like past the first ridge line to the second ridge line. There's a skin track that goes up it, and you just have this huge open area all to yourself. And Sunday it was like knee-deep powder or better. It was amazing. We took 3 runs, 2 runs, 2.5, and then I had the bright idea to ski down below the last road cut and into the gully, like the very bottom of Marshall Canyon, because there is another faint road down there that I've seen tracks coming out of. But the canyon gets pretty steep in there, so you have to be pretty confident in stable snow conditions, and it gets warm in there, so you might run into like a wet slide issue. We were pushing some of the new snow, but it was really just sloughing up new snow. But then today, across our line, everything had gotten much heavier and denser, and there was like a little bit more snow had slid across where we skied, but it was like 3 inches of snow, you know. It wasn't a ton, but you know, you might fall down or get pushed into a tree or something. Anyway, we didn't go down there today. Getting out and finding the road was a little bit of an adventure. We had to bushwhack a little bit, wander around the forest. Eventually got to it. But it was like after 5 by the time we got to the car. And we started at 11, I think. So, long day, a little bit of meandering, but some of the best skiing I've had up there, like ever. So that was cool. Oh, feather. My power isn't adding up right. So yeah, today, heavier snow. Even though it's been snowing for 2 days, I think it's been warmer and windier. So the skiing wasn't as good. Like, it was still fresh powder turns, just that kind of heavy, dense powder, where that ridgeline we're skiing is a pretty gradual slope. And you're like almost just going straight and gently turning and not going very fast. But yeah, that was 2 really good days of skiing this week at Marshall. And it was so warm and sunny that I think that's kind of going away a little bit. Alright, so this is the finish to the race. We finish at that arch. That's the finish line. That's the climb we do. So tomorrow, Caleb is headed to do the Utah, Arizona thing. He's like, yeah, I probably won't be back for 2 months. It's like, okay, see ya. Next time skiing. Yeah, we did a lot of skiing together this year. I was a little sad that I missed out on Ward Mountain down the Bitterroot 2 weeks ago, because he and Mike Kernan went there. But I stuck around because somebody wanted to buy my old skis, and so finally sold my old touring skis. Would have liked a little more for them, but it's fine. I skied on those for 3 years. But, yeah. Selling things is good. I'm trying to sell a bike. I'm trying to sell a power meter. I'm trying to sell another bike. I bought another bike, so more things I can sell right now, the happier my bank account will be. My new bike was turned out to be pretty pricey. But that'll happen when you buy a really fancy road bike. You have to spend a lot of money. The nice thing is, you tend to keep road bikes for longer. The components don't wear out as quickly. So it's one of those. Yeah, I spent a lot of money over the last few months to put that together, but I'm going to have that bike probably for a pretty long time. And it won't be quite as maintenance as intense as my Kona Hey, for example, which is fully disassembled right now. All the bearings are out in the frame because most of the bearings need to be replaced. What are we doing? This fucking guy. I hope he knows where we're going after this. You know, I'm going to attack you for that. spoke bolter hanging in here. It's pretty good. fans full blast. This is gonna be fun. Was that real? Holy shit. This guy pedals too hard. Am I getting power-ups of those? almost feel like I'm gonna throw up. Holy shit. Well, you guys saw me blow up there. What was that? What? What was that? I thought we were doing a route. I guess that attack at the end makes a lot more sense. So I just didn't know where we were going. That was smart of me. Maybe I should have noticed that 5K to go thing up there. I don't get why that's. Oh well. It probably really wouldn't matter. I was dropped. I was very firmly dropped. Funny though. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed my spectacular death. I really didn't realize that's what the finish was. But I thought we were doing the whole route, and yeah, just didn't see the finish being where it was, despite the distance countdown being there the whole time. I was just kind of like, gee, what does that mean? That must be like to the top of the climb or something. That doesn't make any sense. Why is that distance there? Pretty funny. Well, at least it was short.